Hey everybody, welcome to GrayManPrepping. I'm trying things out a little bit differently here and things are not working right. There we go, starting to get go here. I'm switching computers up and everything's backwards here for me right now. But tonight's topic is stock up on medications now. And there we go. Maybe. There it goes. Like I said, I got everything backwards, switching around, trying the other computer to see if I will not freeze on this computer over here, and we'll see what happens. But it looks like I got a little lag in my voice, so I'm not sure what's going on. How is everybody doing out there? Can everybody hear me? Something just seems a little strange. I can't hear myself back on the thing, so I'm not sure if I'm getting out there. A little crackly. Okay. That probably, I'm using a different camera with the mic on it, and so I'm just experimenting here, trying to get things caught up. You know, I have a feeling I'm actually going to have to go down tomorrow to get a new computer for the other one. All right, well, first of all, let's go back here and see who all's in the house. First one in this evening was Gear Grinding 19, then Barry Storms, Radios, and Cats, then Garden State Gardener, then Vision Preparedness, and then see the next one coming in was Kaylin Strain, then I Spy Said My Little Eye, Prepping to Endure, Star Homestead India, and then CP at Hugo Homestead. And let's see what else we got here. Scroll on down, everybody's talking. Troop 1351 is lurking. Kathy D's in the house. Moon over Miami's here. Granny Goose is here. And let's see here, going down here. Laura Hedgehog's Homestead is in the house. And let's see here. Suzanne Goulet's in the house. And Denise is in the house, Green Granny too. And let's see what we got here. It's jumping on me a little bit. There we go. And Where to Begin Homestead. All right. Those that have Courtney's mod group, the link is in there. A couple others of you I sent the email out to with the link in it. So you're welcome to come on up. All right, I tried to load this up earlier today, and there was a technical difficulty with the AI. It seems it didn't like the title I originally gave it. And so I'm going to be dancing around what that title was all about tonight so I don't get zapped. And so basically, a couple weeks ago, I started hearing rumors about problems, more than a couple weeks ago, actually. And, all right. I mean, there's several things that are contributing to it. So here is one of the things that's contributing to it. All right, so I'm dancing around to say which things are, but there are certain things that were over the counter that are being made to require a prescription. All right, and one of the places I found out this was from Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's Facebook group, and also on their blog on doomandbloom.net. And let's see if I can. I'm going to try to throw some stuff in here in a minute. But I think that's the last. Yeah. Okay. So I got some resources out there, and as soon as I get this cleared up here, I actually bring that back up because I need to pull this off of it. Control-C and put that. All right. And there should be the Facebook group for their survivalism medicine, you got to join it. So you can go there and you can click join, and it may take a day or two for an admin to approve you to bring you into it. All right, now I need to get my, okay, I got it up here, so I got to move it from here to over here. I was busy working on my book, and I get zoned on my book, and there's that's not clear, huh? Shoot, must be that stupid microphone. All right. Well, I may change things up here in a minute here. Give me a second here. How am I going to do this? All right, so let me go over here and move, hang on, this one back over here, right there. I'm going to move screens around, I'm going to switch computers and see if it'll work better. Of course, I'll still probably wind up freezing on the other one here. So hang on a second while I get this set up here, because things are going to make it a little weird here as I set this up. But we can do it. Okay. And, I'm going to mute myself so I don't, because I'm going to have two mics up here, so that way I don't boom, there we go. How's the sound now? Hey, pinching prepper, how's it going? Is my voice a little clearer now? And I need to change this because I angle on that just a little bit. There we go. All right. So hopefully it sounds a little bit better. And hang on a second, I got to switch earpieces from the other computer over to this one so I can actually hear myself talk. There we go. Now I can hear myself. All right. Better. All right. Okay. So I will freeze up on this one. This is the one that has the camera, or the computer that has the video card that freezes up because it can't process everything as fast. And so I've been experimenting, and it is definitely this one. Hey, Social Dilemma. Hey, Steve, Corsair Trainers. All right, so one of the things that I found out was some of the stuff that's over the counter for veterinary supplies, and I'm not going to say which mocks it is, but everyone should know if they've been listening to Doc Bones and Nurse Amy or myself, or of course our Southern Ohio Prepping over the last 2 years, because we've had Doc Bones and Nurse Amy on, and they've talked about it a lot. They've made the majority of the stuff that used to be able to go into a pet store and buy over the counter, you kind of have to get a prescription from a vet to get. And that same stuff is the same stuff they make for Homo sapiens, and it comes off the production line. It just goes over and it gets a different label put on it. It's the exact same stuff. Well, they're making it all, so people can't get it. And then there's a news article here. Let me see if I can get it up on get the right mouse over here on this other one when I on it. Okay. This is from the Food and Drug Administration. This is a quote. I'm not tweaking in any way. I'm just going to quote their press release. So it's not me putting this out. It's the FDA putting this out. On October 28th, 2022, the Food and Drug Administration recently added amoxicillin to its list of drugs that are experiencing shortages. Amoxicillin, specifically amoxicillin oral powder for suspension, was added to the FDA the FDA drug shortage list. And this was done before a certain thing in your chest that's going around now started becoming more prevalent like it does every year. Even though they're saying, oh, it's raising like it never has before. It's right on track with the number of cases it has been for the last 8 years. So there's a lot of things that are being tweaked and taken away from us and being made to have, oh, you got to have a doctor's note to get this, even though it's for your pets. And no, sorry, not that one, not the red dragon. It's the other the breathing symptom one, and that's the one that's rearing its head now, and they're talking about a tridemic in California because they got the red dragon. Yes, prairie rider, that's it. And the what Prairie Rider just typed in the chat there. And the common, everyday, normal, seasonal winter bug. And they're trying, basically, since the red dragon has been declassified down, lowered down as far as it's concerned, and on a couple of the releases from the CDC, they said it's gone. And they go, oh, wait, it's back. No, it's gone. And they're being told to put it back. So, and there I froze. I told you I was going to freeze on this computer. It's control the populace with fear, which reminds me, I got to put something else up here. All right, this is no fantasy, no fear porn, no Kool-Aid, none of that stuff. Just talking truth so you guys can be informed so you can act accordingly. Get this camera just doesn't want to aim right now that I've switched. There we go. So there's a lot of things out there that are being pulled from us. Pretty soon they're going to make the Hall's cough drops have a prescription. Now, just poking fun at it, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if they start taking some of those and making a prescription. But actually, hang on, I just lost my chat. There we go. Hey, Glenn, How the Garden's in the house. Bob is here. Bob, I emailed you the link, as I did Laura and a few others. Hey, Vanessa. And so one of the purpose on this is to cover multiple things here, give you options here. Options. Because remember, 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is 2, etc. Give you more options. There are listed, and I know Doc Bones listed some of them on his channel. Hey, Chipper, about certain herbal ones, which do the same thing as the prescription stuff. Don't just go out and take it. Do your research, do due diligence, find out about it, and find out what the amounts are before you just go start popping that stuff. But one of the things that they talked about here, I got the other screen up over here. And one of the things is, a question was asked on the web, and this is an answer that was put out by Pharmacy Practice News. A shortage in, the question was, why is there a mox shortage? It was a shortage in formulation of amoxicillin commodity used for children that emerged this fall is driven largely by an increased demand as an early and prophetic season for what the three initials said Prairie Rider put out there, this thing. But they say, fortunately, there are several alternative antibiotics that can be used for a substitute for the amoxicillin. One of the things that's out there that most people don't know about is a mixture, and it's called, I'm bad pronouncing this, Augmentin, Augmentin, and it's a mixture of amoxicillin and clavulinate, and it's there are certain things that amoxicillin by itself, has a tough time getting rid of, but this one knocks those things out, and that's still out there. Thanks, Prairie Rider, for putting that in again. So there's a lot of information out there. You guys can go out and research yourself on it, but other things to consider. Stocking up with, hey, we're getting into the winter season. Several months ago, I know both Sam's Club and Costco had the Dimetap on sale, the three bottle stuff. They had the allergy meds on sale. They had a bunch of stuff on sale a couple months ago. And so now you're going to be a little more hard pressed to find these things on sale. In fact, this was on sale. And my wife and I use this a lot to nip things in the bud as soon as we get it. They actually had on sale the zinc-only tablets were on sale. And not only just at Costco and Walmart, but at Wally World as well. So there's whatever it is you usually take, get it. Get your real Sudafed now before there's a shortage of it as well. And there have been several people talking about this company and that are not supporters of it, and they explain the financial way you have to get it. You can't get a normal prescription for it. You got to pay their doctors, an amount to write the prescription for you. So, to me, that's kind of like, no, I'll just go get my family doctor, say, hey, can you whip me out a prescription for this? And we've known each other since before I got married. You go, sure, there you go. And his response is usually, I don't know why they're making this prescription. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly, CB. And the thing is, though, it's like, oh, you can only get so much per month. Well, what I should have been doing is, after spring is up and I no longer need it, I should still go in and get a couple boxes every month, so I have a nice supply for me, my daughter, my sons, and my wife and everything. So, but I forget. You don't think about getting these medications in the off season, and you forget about them. Yeah, pine needles are loaded up on vitamin C. Also, regular grape juice has 50% more vitamin C than orange juice, and the leaves of the grapevines in the Mediterranean, they use that as a salad, and it's loaded with vitamin C as well. Just checking the comments here. No, parents know the stuff for the kids as the liquid pink antibiotic. Yeah. And yeah, and that's it. They're making all the pet brands prescription now because somebody was going, oh, these people know the loophole. They're going around and getting the stuff that we want to keep them from having. And we want to make it hard for them to get them so we can control them. Yeah, you're listening to basically the boxes I get. I can only get 2 boxes a month. That's it. They say, A family doesn't use more than that. And, my wife and I go BS because she gets 2 boxes. I get 2 boxes during the wintertime. I am not sure if tomatoes have vitamin C. I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm not sure. I know since they are acidic, they might have vitamin C in it. Give me a second. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look it up and see. Do tomatoes have vitamin C? Boom. Average tomato, about 2.5 inches in diameter. Basically, 123 grams has 17 milligrams of vitamin C. That's the red tomato. And, you can check on all the different types. You can check canned tomato, tomato juice, green tomatoes, orange tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, and it gives you the amount that each one has, and you can check the sizes too. If it is dry amoxicillin, it does not go bad. In fact, the military tested theirs years ago, and DHS tested what they had gotten, and they found out it was just as good or actually more potent than it was beforehand because the stuff they mixed with it to take up extra space and everything else had deteriorated a little bit. So it was, by volume, but each pill is still just as good. But if you were to do it by weight and remix it out again, it's gotten more potent. But yeah. So, and like Doc Bones was saying, amoxicillin realistically has no expiration date if it's frozen. If it's powder form, if it's liquid, then you got to worry about it. Yeah. And yeah, Tibor. Yeah, it's like finding Waldo. And actually, Doc Bones has listed several companies that are still putting it out there for fish, non-prescription. So you just got to go to those companies now. And then, of course, there are several companies that in Canada and Mexico that sell it, mail order. Yeah. Yeah, so the pills, any dry powder form of it is good to go. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, and that's what somebody was saying, that to get it from this company is stupidly expensive. And what people were getting a couple of years ago before they started making prescription on it for the fish mocks and stuff, depending on who you were getting it from, was, it was cheap. It was like a 20th the price. It was ridiculously cheap compared to what you had to go get a prescription for the exact same thing from the exact same from the same production line, just diverted off and put a different label on it for fish. Yeah. So that I don't know. That would probably be a good question to to get on Facebook or on bloomanddoom.net on the blogs and ask Doc Bone and Nurse Amy about that, because they probably have that. In fact, they probably mentioned it out there already, and I just kind of skipped over it because nobody in my family is allergic to it. And so so you have to check with Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. Do I still have that set up right? No, I don't. Dang it. That's right. I did it on the other computer. But on Facebook, there's the Doc Bones Survival Medicine. What is it here? Hang on. Let me pop it. I'll pop it up here. Give me a second here to pop it up here, and I will put it back out there again. All right. fake book. And my groups here is Survival Medicine, Doc Bones, Nurse Amy. So let me grab the, there's the link to it, and present, share screen. And so this is their, the survival medicine, and they talk about a lot of that stuff over here, and talk about all sorts of different things. And so, yeah. And then they post a bunch of the free, the books and stuff, for, the good books around. So, yeah, Doc walked into an agave plant and got brushed up against it and got stuck. And so, yeah, so he talks about, how, the bad side of having agave plants around, which is, well, I believe that's what they make tequila from. So, yeah. And so to join you got to request to join, and it may take a couple days, especially since we're getting close to the holidays. They may be getting a little busy. So, but yeah. Yeah. Also off of doomandbloom.net. I'm on subscribed to their newsletter, and I check their blogs out. I get notifications on them when they post stuff on their blogs and stuff. So that's one thing that's available there. But when it comes to stocking up on medications, think just like food. Store what you eat what you store. Medications, store what you use what you store. If you don't use a certain thing, say you never use Mucinex. You never ever use Mucinex. Don't store it. Use something else, store it. So that's the things you got to look at, see what you do, what you can take, what you do take, and store that stuff. If you're not using it, you've never used it, that might not be that might not be something you want to store. Sorry, just checking up on the side chat here. Okay, so amoxicillin is made for folks allergic to penicillin, yes. And then some people become allergic to penicillin. And then they make something else into amoxicillin. People become allergic to that. So it's like, let's see with the, yeah. So, there are things you need to plan out, see what you have, time to edit your first aid kit, go through and check them all. Check the portable ones too. Make sure everything in there is good. And what is so funny is people never check the Band-Aids. They say, oh, I got plenty of Band-Aids, and they don't check to see if they're breaking down. Exactly, Bob. And not only increase the price, but increase or decrease the availability by making people get prescriptions and then telling the doctors you can't write more than so much per prescription a year. And that is, to me, that's criminal. To me, that is treason against the Constitution as far as keeping, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If they can't have a good life because stupid politicians have restricted availability to something, to me, that's treason. Except you got to have that nice shiny stuff on it that keeps it from sticking to the wound and making it bleed when you pull it off. Yeah, so, where to go? That's one of the things that's coming down. That's why so many herbal books are selling. It's because people are going back old school. People also seeking out apothecaries to learn how to do stuff or to have a resource to get it. Okay, Steve is clarifying something here. amoxicillin or anything with psyllin in it is the same stuff. If you're allergic to penicillin, you're allergic to all of it. Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Steve. No one in my family is allergic to any of it, so that's something I really don't know about. And did I post that there? No, there it goes. It didn't post. There, it posted now. So there is the link to the Facebook groups for survival medicine, Doc Bones, and Nurse Amy. But yeah, so make sure you have everything for your first aid kits. First aid kits are all full. Allergy supplies are all full. Cold supplies are all up to date and good. Let's see. Benadryl pills, Benadryl cream, the triple antibiotic ointment. Can't think of the name of it right off the tip of my tongue. The standard one everyone gets. And then if some people are allergic to one of those three ingredients, there's the I can't even think of the name of it now. People help me. Bectatracin or whatever. Hey, CR, how's it going? Oh, yes. Alcohol wipes. And you know what I found out I really hate at Sam's Club sells this thing of alcohol wipes. They're little itty bitty square, about 1 inch square. That's the wipe. That don't do, that's me. Oh, I need to, for a shot maybe. I actually, for a lot of the alcohol stuff I got to use, it's alcohol. Just smell it when you open it up. And that works great for a lot of stuff. And you get a nice big square to do stuff with. Neosporin, yeah. Neosporin is the triple antibiotic, and the bectatracin, I guess, is just two of them. And peroxide, your hydrogen peroxide and stuff, get those. Unfroze, okay. The hydrogen peroxide it absolutely does have an expiration date because it starts to break down and go from hydrogen peroxide to it's basically CO2. It breaks down into water. All right. So, peroxide wipes. Okay, that's something I hadn't heard of. I learned something new today. Where did you get peroxide wipes at? Yeah, when I was working for Homeland Security, and we'd go around and visit the different agencies like TSA, Customs Border Protection, Immigration. The guys on the floor and stuff doing inspections and stuff, alcohol that you have in a spray bottle. They do that when they go to change their gloves, spray their hands, dry their hands off, put on the new gloves, just to keep from getting stuff transferred. Those that did that all the time, I was asking around, those are the ones that never got sick. Hey, they're keeping their hands clean, especially when they go to lunch. All right, Star, I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to say check with your doctor or other medical authority on it. But I remember in the old cowboy movies, the 90 proof whiskey, here, pouring it on the knife before they dig the bullet out and pouring it on the wound. Yes, there is some truth to that. But I'm not a doctor, so don't take that as a doctor's. Hey, let's see here. Yeah, Um, some of the stuff at the dollar at a certain dollar store has been getting smaller and smaller amounts, and the quality is dropping off. Yeah, CB, I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, I usually make that pun joke about getting Everclear. And then, of course, Courtney has her still for making the medical stuff for it, too. Yeah. Now, someone told me, who has a little bit more medical experience than I do, a nurse, that the hand sanitizers, like if you get the hand sanitizer and it has the aloe vera in it and stuff, it's really good for the hands, keeping them from alcohol from drying the hands out too much and stuff. But if it gets all thick and clumpy, all you need to do is add some 91% alcohol to it, mix it up, and you can get it suspended again. So it'll that way everything comes out right and you can use it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just reading the side chat here, catching up here. Okay. All right. Side chat, guys. Everyone and gals. Sorry. Side chat, gals and guys. What is the one over-the-counter medication you used to get all the time that you cannot get now besides Sudafed? All right. Thank you, Janice. If it's good enough for Captain Kirk, it's good enough for me. He doesn't believe in a no-win situation. Oh, yes, Tibor. I was thinking about my dad he used to use Dristan all the time. Oh, Robert says Primatene inhalers. Yeah. So if there's something of these things that's hard to get now because you got to sign, you can only get so many a month, and you got to sign for it and everything else. Make a note on your shopping list type stuff to get it in even during the off season, so you can build yourself up a supply. Yeah, Sudafed and Ephedrine fall under the same law. Yeah. For those that need the EpiPens, supposedly there are some programs out there to help you get it cheaper, which is really frustrating because the doctors that created it and patented it and put it out there for anyone to use, any company to use, because they didn't want it to be expensive for people to use, and then the pharmaceutical companies got it, and then they said, they all got the we're just going to jack the price up on this, and we're not going to set a price, but we're just going to raise it up 300% and to make money off it because people have to have it. It's just absolutely frustrating that some of the things that are getting jacked up, and then of course the pharmaceutical companies have been caught going to the FDA saying, "Hey, make this a prescription." It depends on the brand stuff. I know the Robitussin was on sale in the 3-pack at Costco back in September, and I got a 3-pack. Yeah, and the same was done with insulin. Insulin was put out there to be dirt cheap, and the pharmaceuticals just keep jacking up. Oh, research costs so much to make it. No, it didn't. It was free to you. Someone else did all the research for free and put it out there. Pisses me off. Pardon my language. Personally, I think the CEOs and the marketing people in these companies need to be, charged, have all their assets taken away from them, and locked up for 30 years without the possibility of parole. Sorry, I'm on a tirade here, because medicines should not be something that to these companies can go, oh, we can make 2,000% profit on this. Yeah, exactly. And instead of forgiving college debt for these people to go take these stupid degrees that they can't use for a real job, they should not forgive their debt and write it off. They should write off the expenses for insulin and EpiPens and cancer treatment, because that's something someone didn't choose to do. T-Bar says, not the same stuff. Robitussin lacks the codeine. Yeah. Yeah. So, so hopefully everyone, it gets out their notebook and is writing stuff down about things to check on and things to get. Yeah. Inhaler. Yeah. Okay. I'm just reading the side chat. They're trying to keep up with everybody. See if there's anything I really need to throw out there. Yeah. Yeah. And what really ticks our family off? Our family. My daughter went to college. My wife got her master's degree. I got my degree. We put ourselves through zero debt, and and then my one son is doing the blue collar thing, making good money. My nephews all went into construction and got trained by their father and me on everything. So when they went into the union hall, the union hall was like, wow, you know everything a journeyman knows. Well, yeah, they were trained by journeymen, and they got through the apprenticeship program like that, and are making the big bucks, zero um, um, educational debt. Hey, Brother Donnie, how's it going? Hey, Brother Donnie, I apologize if I let slip of a few words. I'm really on a tear tonight. So that, when you get to education stuff, that's a sort of subject with me. But especially with the way these greedy, crooked CEOs, CFOs, and everything else of the pharmaceutical companies are basically robbing the public to make themselves rich. They need to have all their money and all their property, all their jewelry, everything taken away from them and put in prison for basically robbing the public. And it's just, it just jerks me off. That these people do this to the people. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say hi, Farmer Son. I saw you in there. I forgot to say hi. And anybody else I forgot to say hi to, welcome. Anything you hear about a possible shortage come up in the medical stuff, dig into it, find out what's going on, and if it's something you use, get off the couch, get out there, and get it now. Oh, yeah, exactly, Kaylin. Take their health insurance away from their company and make them pay for it like everyone else. That goes for Congress. Congress should not be given all that free crap they wrote up for themselves. It's not their money that's not paying for it. It's our money. We did not approve Congress being paid so much. We did not approve them getting all this free super duper health insurance. Yeah, it's just yeah. So right now, I mean, there are things going on. The economic ninja was talking about how between now and next winter, you're going to see energy prices for the home go up. And I think he said something like there's a possibility of it going up like another 50%. And then he was talking about Europe is even more insane. So, and excuse me while I get something to drink here. Everybody, hydrate. Keep yourself healthy. That's something else too. If you're taking vitamins and stuff, get your vitamins, because I have a feeling, this is just my feeling, I could be wrong, but the hairs on the back of my neck are just go every time I think about it. I bet they're going to jack up the prices on vitamins. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make, you got to have a prescription for vitamins. Yeah. So get your vitamins that you can get. There is research out there on which vitamins really don't have a shelf life. Usually it's the minerals like the calcium, the zinc, the magnesium. Stuff when you get to put them separately, they usually last a lot longer than they do if they're combined, because sometimes they interact. Yeah, so I wouldn't be a bit surprised if all of a sudden you see the prices on vitamins going skyrocketing because, hey, people are staying healthy by taking all the vitamins and, eating all properly and stuff. We need to get them sick again so we can control them. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm sounding fear porn. I don't want to do fear porn. I just want to get everybody aware of a situation so they can react responsibly and take. Yeah, I noticed there's some of the things are just diminishing, but one thing I did notice that changed over the last year and a half, I actually found the zinc by itself, not combined with calcium and magnesium, which is a good thing to have because you have the zinc, the vitamin. Okay, and that's something that doesn't happen on the other computer. So I think that may be something with this other computer here. Okay, so I'm back. Ta-da! All right. Yes, the gray man popped up there while I was gone. Yeah, I didn't get booted. It just trips and blocks my connection to the StreamYard hub. So the StreamYard keeps on going because I didn't end it. So I just got to go back into it and reload it. So. Crap. There we go. So get your vitamins and stuff. Get that. Get everything you can. I know certain vitamins have longer shelf lives, and when you get them in the big multivitamins, it has a shorter shelf life than if you get certain vitamins by themselves. So take notice of that stuff when you're stocking up. I've noticed that happens with the big monster bags you get at Sam's Club. The on the border, whatever it is. Yeah, you need to look at those and figure out, find the one that has the farthest out date. So yeah, there's there, check also when you go in to buy your ibuprofen, your Tylenol, your Advil, your I can't think of the other one, Aleve. When you look at the shelves, especially if you're getting in Costco and Sam's where they got the big bulk stacks of it, check the expiration date on the one in the front, and then the shelves go down low. Go down to get down low, reach in the back, pull the one in the back, and you're just like, whoa, this has six months more on it. Yes, Kaylin, perfect. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, make sure you're checking the dates when you're buying this stuff, because there may be stuff on the shelf in the back that has a longer shelf life. I mean, longer out, best used by or expiration date on it. Yeah. Oh, and something I've learned a long time ago, and I was told this by my doctor, and I've been told by other doctors and nurses since then. Don't necessarily get the 1 pill a day vitamins. Check it if it says, 1 tablet daily, and you see another one, basically the same price, and it says, and the percentages are lower, but it says 2 pills a day. Get the 2 pills a day. Take one in the morning and one 12 hours later. That way you don't pee out all your vitamins. Because everybody noticed when you take a big multivitamin, some of these things, and 2 hours later when you have to pee, it's bright yellow. That's all vitamins you're peeing out. Mm-hmm. Oh, very good, Kaylin. Very good. Very good here. Throw it up there. Gel caps have a shorter life than solid tablet powder ones. Yes. So yes, especially when it comes to the ibuprofen. I know that for sure. All right. Tibor says, stand corrected. Someone smarter than, oh yeah, of course, my wife's smarter than me too. Tussin was script only, but they don't have it any longer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so exactly. And it doesn't have to be surgery. It could just be a bad cut. You're walking along, there's a jagged wire sticking out off your fence or whatever, and it rips through your pants and cuts your leg, and also you're bleeding all over the place. So, all right, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. This, I was starting to get wound up, and I forget things I wanted to cover. All right, medication. So we talked about the antibiotics and stuff. We've talked about all the prescription things, Sudafed and those things, allergy medications, EpiPens, the creams and ointments, antibiotic, disinfecting creams and ointments. Check your medicine cabinet. Look in there, see what you have, and then think about what we talked about here. See what you don't have. So as soon as I end this, go to your medicine cabinet, check it out, do an inventory on what you have. And once you do your medicine cabinet, then go for your portable first aid kit. See what's in there. See how old some of those little tubey things of stuff are, because they may be really old and you may want to get rid of them. All right, so let's see. what's coming up here? Tomorrow, shoot, I forget who. I know Laura at Hedgehog's Homestead is going live tomorrow. Laura, if you're still here, put the time in there. I believe it's 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock Eastern. All right, whatever time it is. Laura, if you're here, put yours in. And someone else besides Laura's going live tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's Gear or somebody else. I saw the thing pop up on it. And I clicked notify me so I get an email besides the little pop-up there. And that's the thing. Well, if you see a live up earlier in the day or the day before, and it's got the notify me, don't just blow it up. Click the notify. The notify gives you an email notification. So you don't have to count on that little pop-up down in the corner there that a third of the time never comes or comes, the next day or 2 days later. All right, Thursday, GrayManPrepping, 11:55 p.m. Eastern for the midnight ride. And we go at least 2 hours. Sometimes we go longer, talking about stuff. It all depends on how everybody's doing. But Thursday is Thanksgiving, so I'm not sure how many people are going to be awake after eating all that turkey. And maybe we can use this as an exercise thing. Everybody will come in and we'll do exercise to work off some of that pumpkin pie and the yams and everything else. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound is the Friday night on the Homestead is going to be Thanksgiving recovery, which also talks about recovery from Black Friday shopping. So, that's interesting. Integrative Preparedness just popped up here. Has his video he just did is buy another generator now. All right, I got to go see what he's talking about. See why he's telling people to buy a second generator. All right. And all right, folks, we'll see you around. And, wait a minute. Next Tuesday here is must-have items you still need to get. And so we'll be talking about that here next week. All righty. Stay safe. Stay happy. Don't let life get you down. Keep adding to your preps, water, food, medicines, like we talked about tonight. And I will see you around. Take care.